It is 7 in the morning. You are half asleep, coffee not even started, and you walk to the bathroom to brush your teeth. You close the door. 2 seconds later, you hear it. That soft thud of paws against the door, followed by a whine that sounds almost like a question. Your dog is sitting there, nose pressed to the gap, waiting for you like you have been gone for hours. I know exactly how confusing this feels. Some days it is sweet. Other days it is exhausting, especially when you cannot even use the bathroom in peace, when you feel like you have zero privacy in your own home, when friends laugh and say, "Ah, that's so cute," but you are secretly wondering if something is actually wrong. And what is worse, it does not go away. You try shutting the door faster, you try ignoring it, nothing seems to stick, and the whining at the door just keeps happening day after day. But what if I told you this has almost nothing to do with cuteness at all? What if I told you your dog's brain is running a very old, very specific survival program every single time that door clicks shut? Today, I am going to show you exactly what is happening inside your dog's mind in that moment, and exactly how to fix it without ever making your dog feel abandoned or unloved. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Marcus, your neighborhood veterinarian, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I dedicate this entire channel to helping you become the best pet parent you can possibly be, using simple vet-approved home strategies that actually work. Before we dive in, drop the guilt. You are not a bad pet parent because your dog follows you everywhere, and you are not a bad pet parent for wanting 5 quiet minutes to yourself. In fact, the very fact that you are watching this video right now proves you care enough to actually understand your dog instead of just managing the symptom. I actually posted a video on why dogs sigh so loudly when they lie down, which I will link at the end, and it connects to a lot of what we are covering today. So today we are doing a complete masterclass. Grab a notebook because I am about to give you 6 proven ways to understand and gently ease this bathroom following behavior so your dog feels secure even when the door is closed. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. I call this the velcro reflex, and it is my personal favorite because almost nobody explains it this way. Here is the problem. The second that door clicks shut, your dog does not think my person needs privacy. Your dog's brain registers something closer to my person has vanished behind a barrier, and barriers in the wild used to mean danger or separation. Now here's what's truly fascinating. It is not simple clinginess. It is a spike in a stress hormone called cortisol, paired with a drop in oxytocin, the bonding hormone your dog gets from being near you. That combination creates real physical discomfort, not just a preference. Here is the fix, and it is something almost no one talks about: a scent transfer object. Take an unworn t-shirt, wear it around the house for about 2 hours so it fully absorbs your scent, then leave it folded on the floor right outside the bathroom door before you go in. Your dog's nose can detect your presence through that fabric for up to 30 minutes, and that is often enough to bridge the gap between you are gone and you are still here. Now here's a quick warning. Never use an item with buttons, zippers, or small decorative pieces a dog could chew off and swallow, and always supervise the first few times you introduce it, since some dogs get overly excited and try to shred fabric instead of settling on it. Chapter 2 takes this a step further, and I call it the independence rehearsal. Let me guess, you're probably thinking, but my dog has followed me around for years. This is just who they are. Stick with me here because this one is important. Following behavior is not fixed. It is a habit built one repetition at a time, which means it can be rebuilt the same way. The science here is simple. Dogs generalize through repetition, not through one big dramatic change. So instead of closing the bathroom door as a surprise event, you practice short, low-stakes, closed-door moments throughout the day that have nothing to do with the bathroom at all. Close a door for 10 seconds while your dog is calm, open it, reward with a small treat, and walk away like it was nothing. Repeat this 3 to 5 times a day for about 7 days. By day 7, most dogs stop reacting to a closing door as an emergency signal. Here's a quick warning. Never do this while your dog is already anxious or barking, since practicing during a stress state can accidentally reinforce the panic instead of reducing it. Always start when your dog is calm. Chapter 3, I call this the job assignment, and it might be the simplest tool in this entire video. The problem is that your dog has nothing to do the moment you disappear, so their brain fills that empty time with worry. But what if I told you the fix is not more attention, it is more purpose? Give your dog a task to complete during your 2-minute bathroom break. A frozen food puzzle, a snuffle mat with a few scattered kibbles, or a slow feeder toy works beautifully here, because dogs that are nose down working on a task shift out of anxious brain patterns and into a focused, almost meditative state. I promise you, this alone solves the problem for a huge number of dogs. Here's a quick warning. Only use food puzzles appropriate for your dog's size, and never leave a dog unsupervised for long periods with anything they could choke on, and always remove small rubber or plastic pieces that show wear. Chapter 4 is what I call the safe space setup, and this one is slightly more familiar, but almost everyone does it wrong. The problem is that many dogs do not actually have one dedicated spot that feels fully theirs, so they default to sticking to you as their only source of security. But what if the fix is not training your dog to be near you, but training your dog to feel just as safe somewhere else? Set up a small mat or bed just outside the bathroom door, add that scented t-shirt from Chapter 1, and reward your dog heavily anytime they choose to lie there on their own. Over about 3 weeks, that spot becomes associated with calm rather than waiting. Here's a quick warning. Never use this spot for timeouts or punishment, since that will destroy the safety association you are building. Chapter 5, and stick with me here because this one ties everything together, is what I call the 50-50 greeting rule. Here's the problem. Many owners unintentionally amplify the anxiety by making every reunion, even a 2-minute bathroom trip, a huge emotional event. Big greetings teach your dog's brain that your absence was significant enough to deserve a celebration, which reinforces the idea that separation is a big deal. The fix is simple. Keep departures and returns boring. No dramatic goodbyes, no exaggerated hellos, a calm back in a sec tone on the way in, and a calm, low-key acknowledgement on the way out tells your dog's nervous system that nothing worth worrying about just happened. Here's a quick warning. This does not mean ignore your dog completely or withhold affection. It simply means dialing the intensity down around doorways specifically. Chapter 6 is the foundation, and it is one you have probably heard before, but almost nobody connects it to bathroom following specifically. Daily physical exercise and mental stimulation lower your dog's baseline stress levels across the entire day, which makes every single technique above work faster and better. A 20-minute walk plus 10 minutes of a training game like Find It or basic obedience refreshers can measurably lower cortisol for hours afterward. Here's a quick warning. Exercise needs match breed, age, and health status. So a 10-minute stroll suits a senior dog with joint issues, while a young working breed may need 45 minutes or more. And always check with your vet before starting a new exercise routine if your dog has any existing health conditions. Now please listen closely because this is a massive veterinary warning. Everything we have covered today is designed for normal, mild attachment behavior. But if your dog shows full separation anxiety, meaning destructive chewing, house soiling only when alone, non-stop howling, drooling, or attempts to escape through doors and windows, that is a different, more serious condition, and it requires a licensed veterinary behaviorist, not home strategies alone. If your dog's following behavior is paired with sudden clinginess that came out of nowhere, especially in an older dog, please see your vet, since that combination can sometimes signal underlying pain, vision loss, or early cognitive changes. And if your dog ever shows aggression around doorways or when separated from you, please consult a certified professional trainer or veterinary behaviorist rather than attempting to manage it alone. Here is the golden rule. You do not need to use all 6 of these at once. Daily, bring the food puzzle or snuffle mat out during any door closing moment bathroom or otherwise. 2 to 3 times a week, run a short independence rehearsal session and reinforce time on the safe space mat. As needed, bring out the scented t-shirt during unusually stressful days, like thunderstorms or visitors. The whole daily process should take you no more than 5 minutes. Bathroom following is one of the more overlooked parts of being a pet parent because it looks harmless on the surface. But by choosing to understand what your dog's brain is actually doing, by choosing to take just 5 minutes out of your day to build real independence and security, you are proving how much you truly love your dog. And that makes you an incredible pet parent. If this video gave you a light bulb moment today, please hit that like button. It genuinely helps more pet parents find this information. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss our weekly deep dives. And please leave a comment telling me, does your dog wait at the door, or have they actually tried to push their way in? I read every single one. Give your sweet, velcro-hearted dog a gentle scratch behind the ears for Dr. Marcus tonight. I'll see you in the next one.